Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux. It looks like the kitty has left the building. Alright, so today, top fun privacy story news is that iTunes can leak your listening habits. What's going on here? Let me get my mic readjusted a little bit here. Alright, I think we're good. I hope you can all hear me. I'm sure you'll let me know by the time we get through the comments. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are all glad it is Friday. I know I'm glad it's Friday. Snap, greetings. How's it going there? Let me make sure nobody jumped over to the other one. YouTube's been really stupid lately. Like, all sorts of weird crap going on in the background that's just highly frustrating. So I decided to throw 2 simultaneous live streams up. So, you know, some of you were over there. So, all right. Give the title, all anyone would know is that I listen to a lot of Imagine Dragons and own a song my big sister made. There you go. Hello, Quint. Greetings there. So yeah, Snap's in the world of old dial-up network, you know. Remember those days, you know, the 33.6 modem? That's not 33.6 megabytes. That's 33.6 kilobytes, yo. Don't do a whole lot with that. Hello, Frost Ranger, the Frozen Realm. Greetings to you. Loopy, hello there. Q1 Fiend, hello to you. Let's see. Steven Anderson, greetings to you. Jeff Hope, hello there. Oh, Snap has a 3% battery. That's not good. James Miller, greetings to you. Omega, hello. Sleepy, greetings. Robert, CS68, hello there. Good volume. All right. Hello, Jesse. How's it going your way? So it came in today. Dell Power Edge. Nice, nice. I did have to get on and fix fix my Calibora system. Those AWS systems, for some reason, add a lot of extra crap into the system. I just go in and do an apt remove. I don't know. Don't understand. But anyway, I got my Calibora system back up and running. I really need to get you guys that tutorial on how to completely replace Google Docs with Nextcloud. Totally epic. Hello, Caesar. All hail Caesar. The internet of 1998 was a 14.4 modem. Oh, man. Come on, man. In 1998, I had a 33.6 modem. Eat your heart out. Important. Most people's post all the data on social networks. Yep. Uh-oh. Loopy's got to go eat dinner now. All right, well, don't hurry. I mean, you know, have a little relaxed dinner. You know, enjoy family and stuff like that. So, always watch the show on the rerun. That's all good. Silba Boy, greetings there. Hello, Metal Lord. How's it going your way as well? Ooh, yes. So, Jesse Crypto and Quint Berkeley have the same server now, apparently. Very nice, very nice. All right, so shall we dive into the news? Go and figure out which screen I'm going to do. There we are. That's the one I'm going to do. Oh, greetings, Ricky. How's it going there? All right. I'm just going to leave my comment here before we get started too much further. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. This is the privacy section of the news. These are recorded live Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the show live there or just watch these shortened down edited clips. So today we are brought to us, if I can talk today, by NordVPN. This is the VPN that I recommend that is outside the Five Eyes. So if you need a VPN that is not in the jurisdiction of your United States and their pals, NordVPN is based out of Panama. They do take cryptocurrency, so you can sign up for a free, you know, private Proton VPN, or Proton VPN has a VPN too. You can do a Proton email address, use that for your NordVPN, pay with cryptocurrency, and they don't know who you are or what you're doing. You can connect 6 simultaneous devices, and you can get some protection from your ISP by utilizing the link. So utilizing the link, it's a great way to help support my channel. It's right there on the screen, tlm.li/Nord. And with this, you can get 3 years of it for $107. So consider that if you need a VPN. So on to our privacy news. The first, this is just frightening to me. This could be under business. I decided to put it under privacy because of where this guy comes from. So Walmart hires former former Google, Microsoft, and Amazon exec. So this executive bounced between all of these guys that are constantly spying on things, and now he's over there at Wally World. Great. You know that Walmart and Microsoft are kind of teaming up to take on Amazon. They're trying to produce these all-encompass networks of total spy system. You walk into a Walmart anymore, man. It's like there's so much spy going on. It's not even funny. Some of the aisles now, you guys go down those Walmart aisles. You go down and like there's a little monitor there, and then you walk down the aisle, it senses motion, and it's just and it starts recording. Oh, dude, it's like I just avoid those aisles. I don't like Walmart the best of days. But you know, we get that kind of stuff. But this guy's going in as the new CTO, CDO. What's a CDO? I don't know. We'll figure that out. But the CTO is the technology officer. So basically, Walmart is trying to get into all of this advanced, more analytic stuff. So Walmart's like this two-faced company. On the one side, they got like the Quasimodo stuff in the shelves. Like, you know, if you spend, I go to a couple Walmarts in town here and there, and I know the clerks now. Like, don't go to that guy because he breathes real heavy. And it's like, I have concern about that guy breathing on my food, and he's really slow. He'll just sit there with one hand. I'm like, dude, pick it up a little bit, you know? I mean, really. And so on the one hand, they just get the bottom of the barrel for their employees, and then they're trying to get all this high-end tech on the background. Of course, the high-end tech is to get rid of these. So we were having this discussion with the patron supporters and stuff yesterday. You know, would you trust a robot to, you know, different things? Like, would you trust a robot to clean the toilets at Walmart? And then would you trust them more than the employees? I don't know. But anyway, that's interesting Walmart news. Picking up a exec who's been to all of these spying companies as their new CTO. That's very frightening. I might just have to avoid Walmarts altogether these days. All right, so GCHQ, this is the British intelligence is trying to put in a plan very similar to Australia's ban on solid encryption, requiring all law enforcement to have backdoors into this. And so, of course, this is an open letter by 47 different signatories, 23 civil society organizations, and most of the rest of them are Silicon Valley tech companies. And this is yet another attack against, it's an attack against the security of the internet. So basically, this ghost law is going to require that law enforcement can always get in the back door. And of course, this is bad because if anybody in the Five Eyes, like Australia, gets into the back door like this, that means that now all of the countries involved in those agreements can actually access those things as well. We just got to, you know, route it through their servers somehow in the way. And so this calls for a variety of different points. I think it was 6 different points. You can actually read the whole document here. All these links for the news articles will be on the Switch to Linux website. Check the description down below for the details. But they highlight the 6 major things that the law will do and how it will seriously break encryption, privacy, and really security on the internet. So that's something to keep in mind. We as the whole global world need to sit and fight back on some of this kind of stuff because they're trying to pull too much into this, and the reality is we really have to maintain our ability to be private citizens, especially since everybody's forcing everything to go on the internet. On to scary news. So I've talked about ByteDance before. It was a Saturday show a few months back. We talked about ByteDance. If you are unaware of who ByteDance is, this is the company, the parent company behind TikTok, which is one of the fastest growing apps. Now, the thing is about ByteDance, what my biggest concern about this company is this is a data analytics and AI research firm based out of China. So we have a Chinese data analytics and AI firm, which is trying to collect as much data as possible to feed it into the hungry AI to do all sorts of things that China likes to do with things, which is very frightening. Well, now they want to make a smartphone. As we all know, you know, how much privacy we have on our Apple and on our Google devices. These things can literally track everything that we do. And so with that, this is a very terrifying, frightening, scary, scary thing that this company wants to make a phone. And they will probably be successful because they are also backed by probably the largest banking organization in the world. And so this is a very frightening company that most people have not heard about, but you gotta watch out for this company and avoid their stuff at all costs. Avoid TikTok, avoid their services. They are simply using as much stuff as they can to harvest as much data as they can to feed it into their data analytics and to feed it into their AI. That calls destruction on the rest of us. That is a serious, serious, serious problem. So watch out for this company. All right, and now on to our feature story today. iTunes apparently has some serious privacy violations which actually run a skirt into actual real on-the-books laws. In a few states at least. So Apple is sued over this. So there's an iTunes privacy violation that's going on. So this is just about some citizens of, so California is one of the states. I think one of them was New Hampshire maybe. And this has to do with laws that restrict, goes back to the old rental days. So back in the old rental days, some people got into some rental stores and were able to get their hands on some records of what some of the politicians were renting. And it was fairly uncouth material. And so they started publicizing this. And so the Congress, of course, to protect themselves, passed laws which made it illegal for a video rental store to release your rental records, for a library to release records about what you're using with your library card. Basically, it protects the systems and services that you get. So there are basically laws on the books, some of them federal, some of them state, which forbid any company from leaking or otherwise distributing any information regarding our specific viewing and whatever habits. So like Netflix is sometimes called into question with some of this stuff as well. If they're utilizing the programming to use targeting ads, this is why they're technically not supposed to do that. All right. Now, what ends up happening with this? Well, this isn't a full-on complete data breach, data leak. What it turns out is this guy, Andrew McAfee, talked about what this vulnerability is and how it works. So you have the ability in iTunes to gift songs. You could gift a playlist, which means that I go online and I buy a bunch of songs and then I gift that to somebody. So the thing is that when you are doing this, all you need is an iTunes account, which is free. You need an email address, which is free. And you need the email address that somebody's using for their iTunes account. Now, if you are following the recommendation of this channel, I will always tell you, host your own emails, have your own domains, and use different emails for different things. I do not have a single Google address anywhere that's linked to anything else in any way, shape, or form to keep everything isolated into pockets. The vast majority of people don't do that. They usually have one or two at most email addresses. And so if you can track down somebody's email address, which generally is a fairly public thing because you give it out to whoever you need to communicate with, I can go into iTunes, create the account, and then I can say I'm going to gift this person at this account a bunch of songs. And then I can create a playlist of up to about 100 songs. And when I go ahead and create this playlist, which I don't actually think I have to buy them at the first step, you create the playlist, you send it over, and anything that is already in that email address's iTunes account kicks back. So you can basically go through and figure out what type of songs somebody has already had. Now, it doesn't tell you if the person bought the song themselves or if somebody else gifted it to them, but still, it is a way that without a cost, with just some basic, simple knowledge, you can figure out what is in somebody's iTunes library, ergo what they're listening to. So what these defendants are claiming is that this runs foul of these laws. In my opinion, this is a serious issue. And this is why Apple is not nearly the privacy company that they want to say that they are. They're just trying to utilize, their leverage as much as they're in their marketing as they can. So he goes through, and this link again is in the show notes, which you will find in the description down below. But this is kind of how this happens. it doesn't actually cost you anything to figure out what somebody has in their library. And you can put up to 100 songs at a time. You can kick out all the ones that you know they already have. You can keep doing this process until you can figure out what somebody has. You can figure out some of their behaviors and things like that from those perspectives. So that is an interesting thing. What do you guys think of any and all of these articles? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, let's see. Hello, Ricky. Greetings. Ricky, sudo apt auto remove. What was happening? I was talking to Ricky about that AWS issue today. So what was going on there is AWS adds just a bunch of stuff, mostly just a lot of different Linux kernel headers automatically. Like just keeps going like every day or so. And so there were hundreds of these Linux kernel headers laying around in the system. Sudo apt auto remove got rid of all of them, and that cleared my server up. That's what it ended up being. All right, Steve Anderson, why is Firefox using so much RAM lately? Yeah, I don't know. It might also depend. Firefox will use depending on what websites you're on. Oftentimes that just means your websites are seriously bloated. 2001, I had a 14.4 modem, then a 28.8. Nice. See, man, eat your heart out, man. I was rocking my 33.6 until 2001. iTunes leak stuff? Tell it to the Spotify users. Yeah. Haven't used iTunes in years. Yep. I don't think I've ever used iTunes. I had to verify an iTunes account to put my podcasts over there. You know, Windows 10, VirtualBox, install iTunes, verify iTunes, roll the thing back. You know, worked great. BIOS is very complicated as a whole management user interface that runs in a browser. Didn't know Nord was in, outside the Five Eyes. Yes, it is outside the Five Eyes. I use PIS. PIS or PIA? Yeah, private internet access. Yep, that's the other one I recommend as well. This data collection is getting out of hand. It's very quickly going overboard. Yes. Your DistroTube called Linux Mint Trash. So, a lot of your, you know, more elitist Linux guys don't like Linux Mint. I mean, God forbid we have a Linux distribution that works. For the love. It works very well. Now, there was actually an interesting article somebody sent me the other day. I don't know, I might comment on that tomorrow. And I think that some of the present issues it has is because it's based on Ubuntu 18.04, and Ubuntu 18.04 is trash. That's what's trash, Ubuntu 18.04. That's why I'm not upgrading my things. 18, you know, the 18X series for Linux Mint is still good for another couple of years. That's what I'm using for a while. I do not like the direction Ubuntu is going. They're getting rid of PPAs. They're getting rid of all this other crap to jam snaps and crap into there, which aren't a good system. So I'm using 18.3 as long as I can. And then after that, who knows? I might just do Linux Mint Debian Edition. But yeah, I'll want to watch the entire system, and Joe Collins also has another one. I'll tell you footnotes. I'm gonna probably agree with Joe Collins, but I'm gonna listen to what both of them had to say. You know, it's all good. Let's see. BioAccess just plug in wired. Yep, there you go. Hate to check out the local Walmart anymore. When you use the self-checkout, there's a camera staring at you. I intentionally try and stand outside. Yeah, I don't even go to self-checkouts. Not a chance. Luffle Wolf, greetings to you. How are you? CD, a Chief Development Officer. That's right. Thank you very much, Syllabo Boy. Oh, well, you know, one of those. Something dealing, I'm guessing it's something dealing with data, would be my guess. Applying fresh thermal grease and adding a case to my fan of my client's PC. Yeah. Private conversation? Thought, yeah. Much needed. Look forward to it every Friday. Awesome, Jeep Gator. Well, we appreciate you coming by every Friday. Computers literally were knocked around, got them caught underneath the motherboard tray. The other side, unfortunately, was pop riveted on a permanent non-removable. Ugh. That's not good. You got to get that out, too, because if that screw hits two contacts where it shouldn't on the back of that board, that's going to fry it. Stallman would have a fit when he hears all this. Yep. I saw it, Loopy. Didn't have time to respond to it. Okay. Basically, I had to gut the PC just to violently shake the screws loose. Hello, Red Phoenix. Greetings, greetings. Stallman was so right. Yep. Like 8 years old, they used to make the other side panel fix like that. Uh-oh, Snap is back with a bagel. Is it a banana nut bagel? Ooh. Chinese are everywhere now. They developed the AMD secure processor, and now they're even making their own Chinese AMD CPUs. I don't Google anything, man. I'll start page something. Hey, Jeff Hope, thank you for that super chat, my friend. Always appreciate that. Okay, don't dig too deep. You might never want a computer that's connected to the internet. Yep. Offline MP3 player for the win. Hey, I have some offline MP3 players. Love them. What do you think can make Linux mainstream? We need people to stop bashing the only ones that work right. No. Really, I think what would make Linux mainstream is when I could go into Best Buy and they have a Linux section. I was in a Best Buy today to pick up another drive, and you know, they have a Windows, you know, I mean, most of them are Windows. They have a section for Chromebooks. They have a section for Macs. When I could go into Best Buy and there's a Linux section, that's when Linux will be mainstreamed. What phone do I use? I have a Nexus 5X with no Google Apps and Lineage installed. And I use it curiously as a phone. And that's about it. You're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you. Yes. Wasn't that a quote from somewhere? That was a quote from something. What was it? Hello, Lewis. Greetings to you. Way of playing music is YouTube. There you go. Anarita, hello. Greetings to you. Linux in elementary schools, people stick to Microsoft because they learn it first. Well, actually, Eris, there may be some truth to that, but the reality is when we were in school, all we had were Apple computers. And that might be the only reason Apple still exists, but you can see it hasn't helped. Everyone got out of school, stopped using Apple, and went to PC. Because PC was available. It was more available. Even back then, you had to order a Mac. Order something? I mean, that was before the internet. Once again, thanks for that super chat, Jeff. Always appreciate that. Hello, Spin Viking. Greetings. What are some good reasons for using the dark web? Anymore, it's to actually find unbiased information. That would be a good reason for using the dark web. Now, the reality is, despite my phone has connections to Tor, I don't use Tor to get on the dark web. I really don't go on the dark web or don't go on onion sites. I could on my phone. I don't. But, you know, you could. And with that, though, I just use it to keep my internet anonymized is what I do with that. Of course, you have to not log into anything. So I don't log into anything with Tor connections. That will completely de-anonymize you immediately. So you never do that. But you can find unbiased information. You can find some good stuff out there. You can find some bad stuff out there. It's just kind of what you're looking for. Hello, Babuntu. Greetings to you. Tunes leaks. What else is new? Yep. I think Linux Mint is great. Yep. I had a dumb idea for a fantasy role-playing game where you use the bash terminal to cast spells and stuff. There was actually Snap, you say that's a dumb idea, but no, that's been done. There is an old game called Mud that a lot of people learned to type with. It was all just a keyboard text-based, Dungeons and Dragons role-playing game type thing. So no, it's actually not a dumb idea. It's been done. A very successful game, in fact. You guys, anyone in here remember Mud? Safe to use third-party repository of third-party software. It depends on what the third-party repository is. DT has a follow-up to his video from yesterday about Mint. He just posted it. Oh, all right, I'll have to watch it. DT wasn't wrong, but there's no need for anyone to get upset about it. Yeah, I need to watch the whole clip before I comment much more on that. My locality is taking up comments for a possible area code split, and apparently they were running out of numbers according to the North American numbering plan. Yeah, they tried to actually do that in our area as well, and it was split between our area and Erie, and having spent half my life in this area and half my life in that area, we won. We won without having to change anything because people in Erie are just lazy. Yeah, really? A big college town? Yeah, you better believe the activists came out. Activists are so popular in our town. We have gay flags hanging from the flagpoles downtown. Kid you not. For whatever it's worth. Locality is taken. Okay. People who do not like Linux Mint must not like stability and functionality. Yeah. Exact quote was from a Nirvana song. Oh, thank you. Very cool. Okay. Problem I have with Mint and with Linux Lite is there are some files you can't open, modify, or change. Does it feel like a Windows system? What files are those? I don't know of any files like that. Like, there was an issue, it was when either 18.1 or 18.2 came out. There was actually an error in how the volume settings worked. And, you know, they patched it pretty quick. But before the patch came out, there were people that were talking about, oh, this is how you fix it. Just go into a system file and change the system file. So I'd have to see what those were. Mud, multi-user dungeon. Yep, there you go. Leviathan may still be running. And to keep the user from breaking the system, but you still would wonder. How do you create a root login in Pop OS? So Pop OS installs with an OEM installer. So what my guess would be is, ooh, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure they have documentation about that. I'm really sure they have documentation about that. All right, we're going to go ahead and keep our thing there and jump on over to our business news. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. This is the privacy. Whoa, this is not the privacy news. Let me redo that. Excuse me. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. This is the business news clip. These are recorded live 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the whole show live, engage in the comments, or just catch these brief news clips instead. So today, the first story in our business news is your autonomous vehicle Sally the Sportscar or Bloodthirsty Christine? I mean, come on, guys. I didn't read this article in full detail. I just so love the title and autonomous vehicles. What are they? Like, I went up to the post office today and I parked behind a Tesla and I'm just thinking, oh man, hope that thing doesn't blow up. No, they're not that unstable. I mean, really. But, you know, as long as the thing's not driving, I'm okay with it. It's on the side of the road. It's parked. It's not going to go driving full speed into the back of a fire truck because it's not moving. So I was happy about that. But it raises this question as we're getting these autonomous modes. And of course, we talked about this a few weeks back where Tesla, was it Tesla? Yeah, Tesla is adding a part of their autonomous vehicle settings. One of them is a more aggressive driver and there's more conservative one. So it's basically, I called it the Mad Max mode. You know, there's a slight higher risk for a fender bender when you enable this thing. Really? That's problematic. That's really, honestly, seriously problematic. Okay? But it raises this question. As we have these cars, of course, we talked last week about GM developing a new AI brain in their cars that will allow up to 4.5 terabytes per hour of data transfer. Was it hour or second? I forget. Whatever. It was huge data transfer. I think it was per second. This internet-connected cars with that much data transfer is a hacker's dream. And a hacker could take your Sally the sports car and turn it into a Bloodthirsty Christine really quick. We got to put the brakes on all of these autonomous cars, slow down a little bit. Let's keep our cars off the internet and keep real drivers in them so that we don't turn into this giant world of hackers playing real life midnight club or something, or you know, Grand Theft Auto. I mean, imagine that. The Central Hackers Grand Theft Auto game, it's just done with real cars. Hey guys, I got another one. What's this? You know, and we're just going to get into a scary place here if we keep on connecting these cars to the internet. This is not going to be a good thing, you know. Cars are really only secure by obscurity right now anyway, so, you know, we don't need any of that. Well, on to more computer-y, business-y type news. Microsoft's Universal Windows Platform app dream is dead and buried. Well, it's about stinking time. They finally sat down and realized, oh, nobody wants this crap. And so they finally decided that they're going to do away with this, and according to the article, it will bring full native Win32 games to the Microsoft Store. So, if you were looking for real Windows 32 programs, like real applications, not these soft app type things that they had going on with the, you know, UWP or whatever, then you could actually now get these from the store. This is good in a way, but it's also bad in a way, because now it means that Microsoft has more of an incentive to vendor lock your system. You want to have your Adobe Creative Suite? Well, sorry, you just can't get it from there anymore. You're going to have to pull it in from the store instead. That way Microsoft gets their little slip off the top, just like Apple gets their slip off the top. And that's kind of where we're getting some problematicness in everything that we're doing. So just keep that in mind. This is good and it's bad. I mean, and here's the actual notice from Microsoft. So it is good in that we can get our real applications, but it's bad in that, yeah, we're now getting a bigger walled garden inside of your Microsoft store. That's kind of exciting. Well, Google, not to be outdone with anything else, Google went ahead and updated their policies. They looked at three different areas of policies: sexuality, loot boxes, and hate speech. I gotta say, I really don't mind what they're doing here. So they're tightening up the Play Store policies. If basically they want to make sure that things stay pretty much community friendly in general. So some apps, some apps, of course, have some pretty bad elements in them. So regarding sexual content, the company has expanded its prohibition against apps displaying sexually explicit content to simply sexual content, which means any sex-related entertainment, which is good. Now, if you are into that kind of stuff, hey, at least Android allows you to sideload stuff. I mean, whatever. But depictions of nudity, depictions of animations, illustrations, etc., content that depicts AIDS or fetishes, and content that is lewd or profane is now all blocked, which frankly I think is a good thing. We need to keep these public spaces fairly neutral in these respects. And hey, I'm not saying these guys can't produce those. I'm just saying keep them off of the place where your average person can find them. Distribute them somewhere on the deep web. We were talking about that. You can grab the thing, you can sideload it, you know, whatever. Hate speech. So here they include compilations or assertions intended to prove that a protected group is inhuman, inferior, or worthy of being hated. Now, the hate speech one, I might have some issue with some of what they're doing. Apps that contain theories about a protected group possessing negative characteristics, or explicitly or implicitly claim a group as a threat, content or speech trying to encourage others to believe that people should be hated or discriminated against. See, here's the problem with the hate speech portion is this is excessively vague, and very neutral points of simple discussion in public discourse could be banned because somebody says, oh, that's hateful. Why? Because I disagree with your opinion? Yes, it's hate speech. And when it crosses that line of vagueness, that's where we have some serious problems. So I think the hate speech portion of this is excessively vague. But regardless, now regarding loot boxes, they have to clearly disclose the odds of receiving those items. That pretty much brings loot boxes in accordance with laws regarding multi-level marketing groups and gambling. And then there's just a few other things. You can get all of the changes to the Google Play Store there. So that is the update to Google Play services if you happen to care about what's going on there. And this is interesting. So in the middle of this T-Mobile and Sprint debate, the FCC said, you guys can merge if you can help create a fourth separate phone carrier. Well, Amazon stepped up like, we think we kind of want to do this. So T-Mobile has a service called Boost. This is one of these prepaid subcontracted services. So like Cricket, I think, is Cricket from T-Mobile or is Cricket from AT&T? Cricket's AT&T, I think. So like, you get Cricket, you get Republic Wireless, a few of these other ones where you can go, they're kind of more prepaid-y type things like this. And with this, what you can end up doing is, buy the service from them. You're actually using T-Mobile or Sprint. So T-Mobile has this group called Boost, and Amazon wants to buy it. So then Amazon would end up becoming another provider. Now, I think this would mean that they're going to decouple it out. I didn't get the details of that were a little murky, whether it still becomes utilizing the Sprint/T-Mobile network or whether it branches off to be its own independent network is still yet to be seen. But still, Amazon is trying to get into this so that they can get yet another industry. This is problematic because Amazon moves into nearly every one of these industries and just ends up doing a lot of damage to the industry as a whole. So we get that. Full disclosure, use my Amazon link up above if you like to buy things. I shop on Amazon. I can't find some of the stuff I need other places, unfortunately. But Amazon's getting into this. So why would they want to get into this? Well, I mean, of course, they want to dominate the market and absolutely everything, but cell phones are some of the best places to collect data from people. And Amazon is a data analytics company, whether we want to recognize that quite as much or not. So that is something to keep an eye on. Would you buy a phone service from Amazon or would you not? Let me know in the comments down below. And on to our featured story for today. Now, we talked about this. I know I talked about it on my other channel. I'm not sure if we talked about it on this channel or not. But this is the second of a peer-reviewed articles to come out in the Journal of the American Medical Association in Psychiatry, looking at very significant increases in suicide rates after the release of the Netflix series called 13 Reasons Why. Now, I've not seen this series, but the general synopsis is a teenager commits suicide and leaves 13 reasons why. And so each one of the episodes listens through a tape or however it is and goes through and tells a story. And basically what the scientists are looking at and saying that 13 Reasons Why as a series is basically glorifying and glamorizing suicide. And this is, like I said, the second article from two completely independent labs, which both brought forth articles suggesting that the suicide rates went up dramatically after this. And this is just yet another thing where the ability to media to impact us is paramount. It is not theoretical. It is not actually out there. It is not just shaky and some people don't like it. Now, can this cause you to do that? No. But can it influence you or sway your decision? Yes. So you can find this information. Here's the abstract. I don't know if you can grab the full text on this one or not. Yeah, you would need a subscription to get the full text. The other article that I covered either on this channel or my other channel, you could get the full setting. But what they basically said is that suicide data from ages 10 to 19-year-olds, 20 to 29, and 30 and older are collected every year. And what ended up happening is, I think it went up. I forget what the exact percentage was. It's in here somewhere. But the percentage of suicides dramatically increased when this came out. And that's something to keep in mind, that what we watch, what we listen to, what we play actually impacts us. Now, I actually wrote a book on this topic. I spent 4 years researching this. So the book is called I Am Not Amused. It is a Christian book, but I approach this from a completely different perspective than any other book in its genre, in that the first few chapters are exclusively utilizing secular sources, scientific articles, other references, on top of musicians, dictating, basically saying how things, how media impacts us, whether it's movies, whether it's music, whether it's whatever else. I wrote this book out and mostly as a guide for Christian people, but I think anybody could learn a lot from this. And that is who our show today is brought to us by Audible. You can actually pick up a copy of this book if you are on Audible and you want to listen to this. You can grab it with your Audible credits. If you do not have an Audible account, you can use the link in the description below. Sign up to Audible. That greatly helps this channel out. And Audible is $14.95 a month. Will get you 2 audiobooks per month that you can keep even if you cancel the subscription, or you can purchase books individual. You can sign up for an Audible account, not do the monthly plan, and just buy books a la carte. This costs $19.95 on Audible, and you can actually, if you want to go ahead and check my other channel, I will have all sorts of links to get this. Actually, I think it's IamNotAmusedBook.com. We'll have all of the places to pick up a copy of the book if you don't like the Amazon companies. So that's my thoughts there. What do you think about the ability for music and movies and games to impact you? Let me know in the comments down below. All right. SR sudo password root. Yes, there you go. All right, okay, let's see. Kenny Whitten that is okay by me, whatever you wish, but to wish to distro to die just because you do not like it does not have respect for people who create distros. Yep. I always thought DOS would be a good name for a dog. Yeah. Later got P2 Windows 98 machines when it was done. School, yeah. Let's see. Super user privileges, root user permissions is confusing. Just who runs this PC? I don't want a computer car. I don't either. Hackers Grand Theft Auto is a game called Watch Dogs. Ooh. Tap to enable Mad Max mode. Note, do not enable unless the world ended. Tap to enable Mad Max. No. Break glass to enable zombie apocalypse mode. Grand Hacked Auto. Internet of Things scares me to the core because soon enough we'll have all that. Yeah. First personal machine was 46DX2. Ooh, nice. Grand Hacked Auto, Crash City. Each hertz counted, yep. I think my first computer was it a Pentium 5? It was a Pentium 5, 100 megahertz. That thing rocked. Dave, my friend came to my house and said, your washing machine does not have the internet. I said, thank God it does not. She looked at me as if I was an alien from another planet. Terabyte per second is not exactly within the spec of any wireless technology we have to date. Yeah. Maybe it was hour. I don't remember. Watch the video last week. I quoted it correctly from there. Literally, robbers could rob a jewelry store and hack multiple cars that just like theirs, just to throw the cops off. Yeah, there you go. I use a de-Googled Android phone, but I absolutely need Maps app. Sadly, Google Maps and Apple Maps and the two are worth a damn. Okay, dude. Number one, OSM and you actually download the maps to your phone so you're not constantly on an internet connection. All right. Addressing doesn't work as well, but there is a tool you can get that will convert addresses to GPS coordinates, and that will bridge the gap. Secondly, you can always use your web browser and go to googlemaps.com and use Google Maps from a web browser without having Google services on the phone. All right. Washing machine can't upgrade its firmware automatically through the internet to die premature, planned obsolescent death. That's right. I mean, come on. Internet equals portal. Yes. Internet is washing machine. Yeah, there is no earthly reason my washing machine needs to be on the internet. Who decides what's hate speech? Even if you find someone has the same subjective opinion on what constitutes hate speech to be the censor, eventually that job will be given to somebody else. Yep. They could have drastically different views. Want my life to not have internet everywhere. Yep. Next we'll have seen an Amazon ISP. Yep. There you go. 3 abuse it maliciously, absolute power and all that, yeah. Check 7, his check behind the washing machine. Oh. Okay, 2610, hello there. That show needs to be pulled, yep. Kudos to you for writing that book. It's needed, absolutely. Yeah, and I definitely wanted to write it. Like, there's a lot of other books in the genre like it, and they're all heavy metal music of the devil. In fact, I spent 2 years tracking down one reference because all sorts of Christian books kept on throwing the reference around, back and around. Some of them quoting Ozzy Osbourne, others quoting Jefferson Airplane, all saying that there was there was some force within us. We hoped it wasn't Satan. All attributed back to a 1978 hit parader. Took me 2 years. Finally found the stupid thing. Page 36, 1978. February hit paraders, an advertisement for a guitar in the last paragraph of a cover story on Tom Petty. All right. Needless to say, I did not use that quote because I'm not going to sit here and propagate a stupid message. I'm going to actually get here and put truth in. So I have 99 references in here about 99 different bibliographical references. Some of them, journalist, personal and psychological psychology is in there. Media violence in children, which is a psychology text. I also have things like Riders on the Storm, the autobiographical works of John Dinsmore. Some things from Rolling Stone in here, other great publications. So there's a lot in here. Oh yeah, Congressional Research Service, that's in there. All sorts of fun stuff. A lot of cool things. No longer watch movies. They are all rebooted. Yep, pre-sequel, sequels, pre-sequels. Yep, and they're all worse. Have you guys ever found a rebooted movie that's actually better than the original? Classical, New Age, or country. There you go. Which show is worse on Netflix? 13 Reasons Why, Santa Clara Diet, or Big Mouth? I've only heard of 13 Reasons Why. I have no idea what the other two are. I've only heard of 13 Reasons Why from the medical research. Oh boy, I live under a rock apparently. I'm playing a game called Exapunks. It takes place in an alternate 1990s, and you hack stuff. It's your character has a virus that slowly turning him into computer parts. That's pretty cool. Mint did bring a lot of people to Linux from Windows, like Zoran, so it should be respected, yes. 500 megahertz, that's definitely the P2 days, yeah. Now, mine was 100 megahertz, not 500 megahertz. Maybe it was a Pentium, I don't know. I thought it was a Pentium 5, I don't know. Now, iTunes user downvoted the stream. Oh, or it's the evil YouTube bot. Firefox Focus is the best Mozilla browser, in my opinion. Absolutely, yep. Or Clar. I mean, Clar is what you use for the open source. Focus is the same thing on the Play Store. Yep. Probably need a browser with location permissions. Yeah, if you wanted to use Google Maps, you can't use Firefox Focus because it doesn't support the location stuff. But you can put multiple web browsers on your phone, which is always better anyway. Firefox or Brave? Oh, God. Do I have to pick? I'd go Firefox. Reboots of old shows and movies get made because today's generation has no inspiration or talent. Yeah, like they're rebooting Dark Crystal. For the love, why? 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 Oh God, Twilight Zone rebooted too? slowly destroying my past. All right, well, we have a security section. Let's go ahead and do our security section. All right, so first, if you are using a WordPress website, there is a chat plugin that is being actively exploited. So WP Live Chat support. So if you are using that plugin on a WordPress site or know anybody who is, make sure they get that thing patched right away. The system has about 50,000 active installations. The patch is posted, but people are actively exploiting it, doing JavaScript website redirects. So definitely you want to go ahead and upgrade that if you're using that system. So keep that in mind. Crowman Caveman, I've been trying to get in contact with you. I have your drive is ready to send out to you. I just need an address. Hello. All right. Next is Windows really wants you to patch your systems so that they can spy on everything. Now, there is a big vulnerability released out for, I mean, this is literally, they're patching Windows XP systems because they're saying this could be just as bad as WannaCry if people aren't patching their systems. So I know Windows 8 and Windows 10 are not vulnerable. I'm not sure if Windows 7 is. They really are only calling out XP and Windows Server 2008. So if you're running any of those, you want to get this patch in as soon as conceivably possible. This is another one that, you know, it could be a computer worm that goes through your system. So if you are running a Microsoft system with those old versions, make sure everything is patched. All right, let's see. Data client, I need to fix this sometime tomorrow morning. MX Linux, glad to see it. Climb high on DistroWatch. Very cool, very cool. But I like Tom Petty. That's okay. You can like Tom Petty. I'm just saying that page in that Hit Parader magazine had nothing to do with Ozzy Osbourne, Jefferson Airplane, or Satan. It was a Tom Petty article and a guitar ad. Really. Boy. I don't have the right adapters. They are DVI dual link, and the monitor and computer are single link. How lucky am I? Use Fennec F-Droid. Use the same Firefox, but on F-Droid. Gnostic, greetings. Since my dryer has a black hole that keeps eating socks, is there a possibility the dryer may eat the internet? It might be. It might be. Waiting for reboot. Rebooting. Is that Rebootopia or Rebootception? Hello, Benjamin Eldridge. Greetings to you. How are you doing? Number one, what is Dark Crystal? Dark Crystal was a old Jim Henson Muppetish, very dark but Muppet movie back in the early 80s. Hugely popular. Queen had a hit song on it. Another one, Bites the Dust, was in it, as I recall. Hugely popular among people my generation. But yeah, and that's why it's coming back. WordPress again. They should call it Apache Press by now. No, it's WordPress isn't the problem. It's the fact that people keep on adding these crappy, poorly written, insecure plugins on top of it that causes the problem. That's why when I build my WordPress sites, I add very, very few, if any, plugins. And I try and get them only from good, reputable sources that actually do good things. You know, I code that basic functionality. Like, I still, for the life of me, cannot understand why somebody would install advanced custom fields on a WordPress site. Like, dude, build your custom fields into the system. It literally takes, like, I have a script. I run it. It adds custom fields exactly where I need them without having some big, bulky plugin that is a hack target. I mean, it's a hook. It's one hook in the WordPress core to add a custom field. For the love, you know. That's what WordPress's problem is it's too extendable by crap. So this isn't a WordPress issue. It's a plugin issue. So, you know, that's that. Build my own computers. Have not used Java in 8 years. Yep. Worm can only spread if you have the remote port open. Yep. So VideoWare guy had 50 WordPress plugins installed. I must throw up. Yeah. I love it when people people will send me a site. I need you to manage this. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is kill all these plugins. Lollipop was great. Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, lolly, lolly. Copyright claim, copyright claim. Oh, never mind. All right. Send you an email. All right. Sold my first from Heathkit. Best computer ever. Commodore 64. Great memories. Oh, really? Tom Cruise was in Dark Crystal. I didn't know that. Of course, I haven't seen the movie since the mid-'80s. I remember I really, really, really liked it as a kid, but I don't think I've seen it since... I don't think I've seen it since 1984, 1985. Maybe I should go watch Dark Crystal. Just not the reboot. So Gmail containing the address. All right, I will get that out as soon as I can. It will be sometime this week. Well, I hit the bottom of the comments. I hit the bottom of everything else. I think that means that we need to feed a kitty. Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty. Oh, kitty, kitty. Come on, buddy. Oh, kitty's coming up. Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy, kitty, kitty. We have an excited cat here. Go on. Do something cute with that bag. Stick your face in there. Stick your paw in there. I don't think you're going to get there, buddy. You got, all right. I don't have him quite trained to do the paw thing yet, but, you know, we're getting there. Oh boy, are the fingers looking good? Let's see. We did, kitty. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have a kitty visitor for a little bit, I guess. Yeah, we got a kitty visitor. We got a desk panther. Desk panther coming in. Oh, hello, Paul. Greetings to you. The other thing was that only half of them were activated. All right. Okay. Officially the oldest person in the room. How does that feel? What? Oh, boy. Hey, want to talk video game consoles? I had a Magnavox Odyssey. Raise your hand if you know what a Magnavox Odyssey is. Show of hands. All right. I don't have a compatible video card. Chances are the client takes the PC home and fires it right up. Yeah. Okay, check to see if it was RAM, and nope. All right. Kitty's the star of the show. Yes, he is. It's not the Philip Pullman novel, is it? Which Philip Pullman novel? What? Philip Pullman, I believe, did. He did. Golden Compass series, right? Also quoted in I Am Not Amused. I did actually quote from some of that. Well, I don't know if I referenced his works. I don't think I quoted it. Let's see. Everything looks fine. No diagnostic lights or beep codes. Linux devs, what's the best way to go? I mean, it depends on what you're doing. The thing is, like, any distro is going to do anything you need it to do. Just pick a distro and go with it. I'm trained to eat food real quick when it comes out of the bag. Yep. Yeah, CJ is getting cuter. Every time he shows up, he just gets cuter. He's like a mutant or something. He's just got this internal cuteness thing. Cruise was in Legend. Yeah, I didn't think Tom Cruise was in that. I thought Tom Cruise was probably a real little kid when that came out. I don't know, maybe not. 85, I don't know. Maybe not real little. Gonna stream in about an hour. Loopy's gonna stream in about an hour all. Hey kitty, wanna leave my phone alone? Thank you. Especially if you're drooling. you have the Odyssey 1 or 2? I think it was the Odyssey 2. Still, my nieces and myself keep watching the cat. Oh, that's okay. The cat's the star of the show. I get it. I get it. I get it. Right, kitty? Caveman, about 2 years ago, you can find it somewhere on my channel. I actually did a slideshow with the cats. It was a demonetization test. The video of just a slideshow with the cats got demonetized. It was quite exciting. New Odyssey, grew up with Intellivision and Pooters, yeah. Do you want to make Linux apps or contribute to a Linux distro? All right. Fun fact, the MO was analog. Yeah. Yes, it was. Pong as well, yeah. It's best keep my Amazon Prime after all, yeah. Showing your age, but that's cool. I'm a fan of the old computers, so I'm glad I got to experience the old age, yeah. Hail the Hypno Kitty. Rip Grumpy Cat. No, poor Grumpy Cat. Poor Grumpy Cat. Highly doubt the Walmart employees are going to know what the heck it is I need to tell my mom. Yeah. Really can't get wrong in picking a distro except if your machine is older than pick something lightweight. Yep. No way at all to hook video up to either custom build I have on the bench. Uh-oh. All right, guys. I think we are going to go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. Is anybody streaming right now? Anybody online right now that we know? Yeah, just that crazy Switch to Linux guy streaming. I don't see anybody else streaming that I know. Bummer. All right. Pick Linux Mint or Peppermint or Ubuntu Mate. Yeah, there you go. All right. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. So thanks for watching. And we will go ahead and end with a ginormous cuteness right in the screen. Have a good evening.